So this week, starting Thursday the 19th of September 2019, happens to be a double money on VIP work week. So this is a great time to do that VIP work, for which you need to be either registered as a VIP. For that, I believe you only need $50,000 in your bank, or own an office, in which case you can register as a CEO, Securiserve CEO. And you go into your listing, you do VIP work. It says you can't do it from indoors. That's okay. When I'm outside, I can do VIP work. And there are a number of jobs under VIP work which are not available to you unless you own a particular vehicle. The vehicles you buy for these jobs are all available on Warstock Cash and Carry. They're all part of the Import-Export DLC. So down here, we start with the ramp buggy, part of Import-Export. We've also got the Phantom Wedge, the Technical Aqua, the Blazer Aqua, the Armoured Boxfill, the Wastelander, the Ruiner 2000, and the Rocket Voltic. Apart from the Wastelander, these all run into the millions to purchase. Phantom Wedge is just under 2. These are just over 1.25, around there. Ramp buggy is nearly 2.5, and these are the trade prices. This is after you've already done a mission to reduce the price. If you haven't done the mission, these are even more expensive, and even after trade discount, this Ruiner 2000 is still 4.3 million. It's enormously expensive. It's going to take you a very long time to make money back from doing VIP work to get your money back on these vehicles. However, they're kind of fun. Some of them are kind of fun. The ones I enjoy, Wastelander, Phantom Wedge, and Armoured Boxfill. It's going to take a long time to make your money back on these. Maybe less so on the Wastelander. That might actually be worth doing. The Rocket Voltic, I own one. I don't think I've actually ever completed the job. It's actually quite hard to do. The Ruiner 2000, I've gotten close. I've been doing it by myself. If I had someone with me, it'd be much easier. Technical Aqua and Ramp Buggy, I think you need to have somebody with you to start those jobs, and we'll find out when we get into the VIP listing. And the Blazer Aqua you can do on your own, but you're going to make more money if there's 2 or more of you doing the job. So you purchase them on Warstock, and they're all part of the Import-Export DLC. To do the jobs that will get you the discounts, you go into your office computer, and you're doing special vehicle work. Now, to own the vehicles, you have to have a cargo warehouse. And I believe you have to have a cargo warehouse before you can even do the special work. All of these jobs require someone with you to do the job, at least one person with you. I've done all the jobs once. Let's see. Let's just launch this one and see what it says. And player 1 of 2 to 4. So I would have to have at least one friend or somebody else with me to do this job. But once you've done the job just once, you'll get the discount. So if you have a friend who can help you, or you can just get a random person to help you with these jobs, if you want to buy these vehicles, it's definitely worth getting the trade discount and getting the Securiserve price. I'm not going to bother this time because I've done them all. But all the jobs require at least one person with you. I've managed to end up outside the building. And this time I'm going to enter my office and then go up to the roof where that helicopter is parked. Okay, so I've got a helicopter up here to get to where I want to get to, and I should have some... I've occasionally jumped off the roof without a parachute and then killed myself, so I just wanted to make sure I have a parachute in stock. So to start one of these jobs, you need to be a CEO, and then you go into VIP work, and here are the jobs. Plowed, you can do on your own. That's the one you need a Phantom Wedge. Fully loaded, you need the Ruiner. Amphibious Assault, you need to have at least somebody else with you, and that's the one with the Technical Aqua. Transporter, you use the Wastelander. Fortified, you use the Armoured Boxfill that's telling you all these things. Velocity uses the Rocket Voltic, and I can do all these solo. Ramped Up requires the Dune Buggy, the Ramp Buggy. Stockpiling, you use the Laser Aqua. Headhunter, you don't need anything. Air Freight. Looks like you need other people in the session to actually play that mission. Similarly with Haulage. Hostile Takeover, you don't need anything special, but it doesn't make the most money. Asset Recovery is hideous, but I'll show you it eventually. And the Executive Deathmatch, Executive Search, you need somebody else around. Sightsee, you don't need anything special. Piracy Prevention, you need to have somebody else in the session who's not in your group, and you need a yacht. So we'll start with Plowed. You need to own a Phantom Wedge to do this job. And when I start the mission, the Phantom Wedge appears over there on the map. It's got its own particular symbol, so you'll recognize it. And so these vehicles are actually stored in the basement of your vehicle warehouse. So you can go down to the basement of your vehicle warehouse and pull these out and drive them around yourself. You don't have to call them out like this. I've got 15 minutes to complete the mission, and I need to destroy 9 supply crates. The good news is they're in groups of 3. So I'm actually going to 3 different locations to destroy the crates. This is the same Phantom Wedge that you get when you're doing bunker sales, except this one doesn't have anything on the back. And as you see, this is a reasonably fast vehicle, and it doesn't matter who's in front of me, I'm going to be able to flip them out of the way. Even that big truck is no problem at all. So while you're doing this mission, you will not get police stars on you. All you've got to worry about is just driving and not crashing. And because you haven't got anything on the back, it's very, very easy to maneuver around. So here's our first location. Less than 3 minutes into the mission. And we're destroying 3 sets of crates. Now there will be people shooting at you occasionally. Whoops. Looks like I got stuck on something. And as you see, it doesn't take a lot to destroy them. You don't actually have to completely destroy them. You just have to hit them a bit. Like that. That's considered destroyed. Off to the next location. Seems a bit confused about where it wants me to go. the one thing with this vehicle, having a very long nose can make it a little bit awkward to manoeuvre. But as you see, that cement truck or haulage truck, absolutely no problem at all shifting out of the way. Which is why I think this is kind of a fun mission. You just knock everything out of the way and have a good old laugh. And really, they can shoot at you. Even the police, if they were shooting at you, don't hit you very much in this truck because you're so high up. And you've got a big wedge in front of you, giving you a bit of protection as well. Whoops. Okay, here's the second location, which is the building site. There we go, only 5 minutes into the mission and already we've done 2 of the locations. And bearing in mind, I'm doing this because it's double money week. I was going to show you all these missions anyway eventually, but this week being double money week, this is a great time to be doing these VIP missions and making some of your money back on the expense of the vehicle. This I think was 1.2 million, something around there, with the discount. And you don't have to get the discount, you can buy it without if you think you're going to enjoy doing this kind of thing, but just be aware of the cost. Getting misty. Quite a drive. Okay. Three more to go. And that one first. You might recognise this location appears in the single player game. Okay, now when you finish any of these missions, you've got 30 seconds to vacate the vehicle before it explodes. And you may notice I'm surrounded by people trying to kill me, so that's not where I want to vacate the vehicle. I'm going to get a little bit further away. But also bear in mind, it takes a little bit of time to get out of the vehicle. And if you're standing next to it when it blows up, it's not going to do you any good. So, that job's completed. And don't forget that was on double money. I'm going to call in a buzzard, ready for getting somewhere. And all VIP work is now on at least a 5-minute cooldown. Plowed, it looks like you can't do it again for an hour, which seems a bit mean, but everything's on a 5-minute cooldown, but cooling down fairly rapidly. So I'm going to sign off there, take my buzzer back to the city, and then show you the next mission.